What's up, guys? In the works, and wait, this isn't Battlefield 3. It looks like it, but it's not. It's Medal of Honor Warfighter 2010. And a lot of you guys, I polled you guys. I was like, look, what games would you like to see just to mix things up every now and then? And Medal of Honor is one of those games that was trying to be the in-between of Call of Duty and Battlefield 3. And I really wish that you could do what I just did in Battlefield 3. I think that was one thing that if I could change about Battlefield 3 is to give the recon something, give them something to blow up tanks, something to defend themselves a little bit. Wouldn't you say that would be logical? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure DICE knows better than I'm sure they toyed around with it, but I really do wish snipers had some sort of defense against armament. And that's one of the cool things I liked about this game in general. Because the snipers were really versatile. There's no secret that the snipers in this game were super overpowered. In fact, if you weren't using a sniper or the M16, maybe the F2000, you were doing it wrong. You were doing it very wrong, because there weren't many weapons in this game, but a lot of the weapons dominated, and they dominated hard. There was not a lot of balance to be had in Medal of Honor 2010. But we're going to talk a little bit about Warfighter today and some of my expectations. I know I've done a video on this in the past, but one of the things going forward that EA has really done is they've put a lot of stock in the Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, they came out and basically said, they thought that Medal of Honor 2010, this game you see me playing, was a complete failure. In their conference calls, they said that did not meet expectations, it was a failure. Well, they gave, Danger Close another chance, and we're going to switch over to some attack gameplay here. They gave Danger Close a chance, basically. Like, okay, you guys did good on the single player. DICE kind of, they kind of screwed it up a little bit on the multiplayer. There were a lot of issues. It didn't really sell super well. And, I say that with a grain of salt because it sold like over 3 million copies, I think. So that's a lot. A lot of game studios would love to have 3 million copies sold across 3 platforms. But to EA and DICE, that was not enough. They thought that, it was going to be this huge blockbuster. And I think EA is really taking a risk and putting a lot of stock into the Medal of Honor Warfighter because it is filling up that time slot. They basically don't have anything big name other than Medal of Honor coming out in the fall. And so it's interesting to me how they kind of allocate their resources. Are they really going to use what they have in front of them? Are they going to take advantage of the fact that Call of Duty's slipping? I mean, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. I mean, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know that. And that is a friendly guy. What was I thinking? That guy looked really weird. He looked like a bad guy. But I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. I mean, I just got tired of it, to be honest. It just was monotonous. It just had no innovation. That's why I liked Black Ops, because it felt different. But to me, Modern Warfare 3 was just, wasn't very much fun. So I'm thinking Call of Duty is pretty vulnerable right now. Even though I am a big fan of Treyarch, I'm just skeptical that with everything that's coming down the pipe that Call of Duty can keep the stranglehold. So to me, what does Medal of Honor have to do to innovate? I think they had a really good formula here. You look at this game, and you can really pull out 5 or 6 things that they really did right, and maybe 2 or 3 really bad things that kind of ruined it. One of the biggest downsides was the spawn, the map design. That really just made the game uncomfortable to play. It made it very, very counterintuitive, at least in my eyes. The game did not perform like they intended. I mean, the maps were just too they were complex. They were just too simple. It was just too easy to sit there and camp spawn. So I think they're obviously going to tweak that. But from what I've heard, the Medal of Honor Warfighter, pre-release expectations or the the first look, and all the people who have played it at E3 and whatnot, which I'll probably get a chance to play it at PAX when I go, because I do have tickets to PAX and it's going to be exciting. But that's one of the games I will be checking out, because I want to see if it really is truly just another shooter. Is it going to be the same old song and dance? That's what a lot of analysts have been saying, that they played the game. It's not really that interesting. It's the same, just a boring, generic first-person shooter, and that's disappointing to me, because I feel like this game has the potential to beat some of the games out there, because it is a nice complement between. I forgot how to control this thing. I hadn't gotten one in so long. I forgot completely that missile was controlled by the human. But anyways, I think they have a really good formula here. I think if they do it right, they play their cards right, they could really have a good game here. And it's kind of disappointing to me to hear that it is just another generic shooter, because they are using the Frostbite 2 engine. And one of the things about the Frostbite 2 engine is it's very adaptable. We saw it ran on the Xbox 360 with Battlefield 3, and it was it looked good for what it was, but that's not even the true potential of it. It was built for next-gen consoles. So I'm really hoping Danger Close pushes the limit of the consoles. I mostly play on PC, but I like there to be healthy competition between PC and console. I mean, that's what makes games better. The reason why PC gaming is where it is right now, I think, is because it was pushed so hard in the the late first decade of the 2000s by consoles that they had to adapt, they had to get better, and I think that was good for competition. So hopefully it doesn't end up being the same old song and dance. I'm curious, have you guys seen the footage of it? Do you guys think it looks good? Are you looking forward to Medal of Honor? I know I've asked this before in the past, but a lot of stuff has come down the pipe since then. We've seen a ton of footage from, several different avenues of just how the game's going to play out, what it's going to look at like. It looks solid to me. It looks really solid. It looks like it's going to feel like Battlefield 3, but be faster paced. So maybe it'll be like Close Quarters. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are speculating. I know Close Quarters turned a lot of people off, but I think if they focus more on the core element of Medal of Honor, if they make it so that it's a mix between a fast pace and a Battlefield simulator, which is what Battlefield tries to be. I don't know if they do a great job of it, but I think that they can really do well, and I don't think that they'll have to be that same old song and dance. I think they can really set themselves apart. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed some Medal of Honor. I know I do enjoy playing it from time to time, even though it can be very frustrating. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.